We're gonna make you a good old-fashioned camp beef stew tonight. We have a chuck wagon style beef stew. So I'm browning some cubed beef right now. Just put a little bit of oil in my pot and turn the fire on, and just gonna brown this up. I've got about a pound of cubed beef here. Buy cubed beef, or you can buy a roast and cube it yourself. That's probably about the same price I've found, so we buy it pre-cubed. Welcome, by the way, to another episode of Outdoor Living. My partner behind the camera was trying to tell me something about the meat, but I don't know what he was trying to say. So.
Beef is not as good as bird meat.
He's definitely a fan of the bird meat.
Bird meat's the best meat.
So I'm going to let that brown up a little bit. Little tip, don't leave your stirring utensil in the pot, because it'll get super hot and you'll be sorry. So I'm going to let that brown. I'm going to come over here and cut some vegetables. It's going to be kind of a hearty stew, more of a thicker stew. You can add more liquid to this than I'm going to if you want, but I want it a little bit thick, so I'm going to do it my way tonight. Also, I don't peel my vegetables out here. It's just another task I don't want to do. But I feel like it adds to the flavor and the texture to use the vegetables unpeeled anyway. So that's what I like. You can do what you like. I'm going to do about 2 cups of celery and about 2 cups of carrots and a whole onion. So we'll probably fast forward through this part here, but basically I'm just cutting these into chunks. You know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, whatever you like. Toss this onion in with the beef now. This is going to cook for about an hour overall, so everything's going to get done in there. I'm going to toss that onion in and get it stirred up so those will start to soften up. Okay, to this beef and onion mix, I'm going to add a can of cream of chicken soup. Any brand will work fine.
The brand you choose is the best brand.
That's right. And a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Doesn't matter what brand you pick of that, it's still bad.
I happen to like cream of mushroom soup, but mostly people just use it for cooking. But I kind of like it as soup. It's pretty good. This guy is not a mushroom fan. Oh, he's coming around.
He be coming around the corner when he comes. When he comes, he be coming around the corner. That's all I know.
Alright, I'm going to mix that in. Then I'm going to add some water.
His most favorite water jug.
These jugs, these soft-sided jugs, are convenient, but They're hard to manage. I don't really like them.
Yeah, me saying that's his favorite was a lie.
I've had 2 cans of water. And I'm gonna mix that up. A lot of this moisture is gonna cook off, but if you like your stew a little thicker, add less water. If you like it thinner, add more water.
Or cornstarch.
Yeah, you can make a roux with flour and butter if you want to thicken it up at the end. That's pretty easy to do. Okay, I'm going to add my vegetables now. Celery. Some carrots. Potatoes. Potatoes are going to thicken up that stew too as they cook.
Don't forget the garlic.
And garlic, we're getting there.
I love garlic.
Everything gets garlic.
Everything. Even the oatmeal.
Not the oatmeal.
Not the oatmeal.
Well, I've heard of garlic ice cream. You ever heard of garlic ice cream? I don't know.
If you have, leave it in the comments below, and please give us your opinion on it. I'm a little bit curious.
All right. I don't remember where we got this, but we got these garlic cloves that are in little prepackaged plastic sealed, and there's probably 10 of them in this package. It says Global Farms. I don't really know the brand, but it's real convenient. You know, fresh garlic is probably better, but this is good for camping.
They last a long time too. I hate to admit this, but these probably been in our fridge about a month.
Yeah.
But they're vacuum sealed type little packages type thing, so they're by themselves. I just bit into it. It's not rotten. It's good.
I like my garlic kind of chunky because I like to bite into a bit of garlic. You can cut this up as fine as you want, or you can use a jar of minced garlic too, that's fine. This is going to cook for a while, so these are going to get real soft.
Garlic.
You're probably saying that's a lot of garlic, and you're right, it's a lot of garlic. Put in the amount of garlic that you prefer.
That's precise measurement. If you don't use that precise measurement, the whole recipe's done for.
It'll be ruined. Okay, I'm kind of feeling, by the look of this, that we need a little more liquid in there, so I have a secret ingredient, if I can find it. My secret ingredient is cheap canned red wine. It's easy, it'll last forever this way. So this is a Pinot Noir, but any red wine will work for most cooking.
Don't listen to him. He always says you have to use Pinot Noir. I tried getting a different red wine. He said no, Pinot Noir.
Well, you want a good wine that's not too sweet, and Pinot's one of those that isn't especially sweet. So I'm gonna add probably about half a can of this, and then as it cooks, we'll see how it's going, and I may end up adding a little bit more, but for now I think that'll give it a good flavor. So you can see all those nice chunks of vegetables and meat in there. I'm going to bring this up to not quite a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down, and we're going to simmer it for about an hour. I'm adding a little flavor to this sauce. Put in some Worcestershire. We're just kind of going with the flow here with what we have. We have quite an extensive selection of seasoning in our Staples box. So a little bit of ground pepper,
Freshly ground salt.
Salt. Got some magical seasoning that we got from a bulk food section, and I can't tell you what it is, but it's delicious.
Use your sniffer to figure out what it is.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's one of those no salt.
I believe it's a chicken marinade seasoning salt thing. Winco.
One of those no salt things. It's you know, like a Mrs. Dash would be an example of another, of a brand name. A little steakhouse seasoning. Got some meat. You can add what you like. We like a lot of flavor. And some ground smoked paprika. Add a little bit of zing without a lot of heat. Okay, we're also going to add, because we have it here handy, a can of whole fern kernels.
Did you drain that first, or you just had juice and all?
I did drain it.
Okay.
Same with the green beans. I'm going to add a can of green beans too. It's going to be a nice hearty stew. I'm
Nums.
just going to stir that in. The nice thing about this is, you know, there's just two of us, and this is a huge pot of stew. Tomorrow night, or maybe the next night, I don't know, we'll decide. We're going to turn this into a shepherd's pie. So we're going to have leftovers and make another interesting meal out of it. Maybe we'll film that too.
Stirring time. Make sure you do this periodically. Make sure that it gets cooked evenly.
I'm just checking the beef stew. We're stirring it up. I'm going to poke some of these carrots and vegetables with a little fork and see if they're close to done.
Is it going to be that liquidy DDD?
I know the meat is done.
He no answer.
I'm thinking the carrots are not quite ready, but let me take a bite. Tasty, but not yet finished.
Can I have a carrot?
No, Sky pointed out that it's a little bit soupy.
Sorry.
I felt like I needed the extra liquid just to cover the volume of meat and vegetables in here, but I think what I'm going to do is mix up a little flour and water, or you know, maybe I'll show you how to make a roux with butter and flour. And we'll thicken this up a little bit. But I am going to let it cook just a little bit more first, and then I'll thicken it up kind of nearer the end.
We have a spy. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. She's wondering what we are cooking for her.
Check this again. This is a little soupier than I wanted. I went ahead and mixed up a little bit of flour and water. And I'm probably not going to use all of this, but you want to mix this up so it's kind of like a loose pancake mix, you know, kind of watery. Not super watery, but you know. The reason you do that is if I just dump flour in here, it's going to clump together and I can't stir it enough to loosen it up once it's in there with all those vegetables and meat. So mix it up ahead of time and it'll incorporate into the stew a little better. I'm going to add about half of that right now. Stir it in. You see already that's thickening that up. We're going to cook it a little bit longer, and that'll continue to thicken a little. Actually, that looks pretty good to me. So it's got to cook a little bit longer.
Smells good.
This guy's doing the nose test.
Oh, I was doing the sight test. I ain't got that good at seeing abilities.
So I'm gonna let this cook a little bit longer until those veggies are done.
Test. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
And
Wow.
if it needs thickening after that, then I'll add a little more of that flour mixture. So we're cooking another 10-15 minutes to get those vegetables good and tender. See you in a
Nice.
second. Okay, I think it's about done. We'll take this lid off, we'll take another look. You see that's thickened up really nicely. We tested all those vegetables a second ago, and they're pretty tender. I'm just going to give this one good stir, get everything up off the bottom. That looks delicious. Let's put some in a bowl and see how it tastes. It's awfully hot, but Sky, you want the first taste? I guess not. I'll give it a shot here. Yeah.
Is it hot?
It's a little hot, but it's pretty good.
I was expecting it to be cold.
That's pretty good. I think we almost got this perfect. All right. Tomorrow we'll show you how to make this into shepherd's pie. But this is awfully tasty. So until next time, outdoor living. We'll see you later.